ever dream of building an app that just prints money? I mean, who hasn't, right?
Right.
But what if I told you that someone out there is pulling in like $40,000 a month from their app, and they didn't even need to learn how to code today?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Today, we're unpacking the journey of Stephen Creada and his app, Puff Count.
Oh, okay.
This thing brought in $43,000 in the last 30 days and over $112,000 in the last 90 days.
That's incredible.
Talk about an app empire.
Yeah.
What's really fascinating is that Stephen was just your average online entrepreneur jumping from one idea to the next before he struck gold in the mobile app market.
You know, a lot of people don't realize just how massive the opportunity is with apps.
Right.
We're living in a mobile-first world.
Yeah.
And Stephen is a prime example of how you can tap into that global market.
For sure.
And create a seriously profitable business.
Okay, so how did he actually do it?
Yeah, how?
Stephen lays out this super clear 4-step framework that anyone can follow. The first step is ideation. Coming up with the app idea itself.
Okay.
But he doesn't just say, think of something cool.
Right.
He emphasizes solving a real problem, either one you personally experience or something that's trending.
I think this is where a lot of aspiring app creators get tripped up.
Yeah.
They fall in love with their idea without really considering if there's a genuine need for it.
Yeah, for sure.
So think about it. What are some pain points in your life? Or what trends are you seeing pop up everywhere?
Right.
Could there be an app for that?
That's exactly the question Stephen asked himself. He noticed the growing trend of people wanting to quit vaping. And that sparked the idea for Puff Count.
Interesting.
An app that helps users track their vaping habits and gradually reduce their intake.
It's such a smart approach.
Yeah.
He identified a problem with a built-in audience.
Right.
And created a solution that directly addressed their needs.
So, great idea in hand. The next step is validation. Stephen's a big believer in not getting emotionally attached to an idea before testing it in the real world.
Right, because gut feelings can only get you so far.
Totally.
This is where you bring in the data and do some serious market research.
Yeah.
Have you ever used tools like Sensor Tower or Google Trends?
Oh, they're game changers.
They are.
You can see how many people are searching for specific keywords related to your app idea.
Oh, wow.
What your competitors are up to. And even get a sense of the overall market size.
Exactly. It's like having a crystal ball.
Right.
That tells you if your app has a chance of succeeding before you invest a ton of time and money into it.
Yeah.
But Stephen doesn't stop there.
Oh, yeah.
He also suggests looking at what's going viral on platforms like TikTok.
That's such a clever strategy. Yeah. You can literally see what's capturing people's attention right now.
It's like free market research.
Exactly.
If people are going crazy for a certain type of content, there's a good chance there's a market for an app that taps into that same interest.
Okay, so you've got your validated idea. You know there's a market for it.
Right.
Now it's time to actually bring that vision to life.
Okay.
Step 3 is sketching and design.
All right.
Now, I'll admit I'm no artist.
Yeah.
So this is the part where I usually start to panic.
Sure.
But Stephen makes it sound way less intimidating than I imagined.
He really does. And his advice is so simple,
yet
effective.
Okay.
He suggests starting with good old-fashioned pen and paper.
Okay.
Just sketch out the basic layout of your app. What screens will there be? How will they flow together?
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a work of art.
Right.
Just a clear roadmap for your developer.
And here's where it gets really cool.
What's that?
Remember those times when you wished you had a professional designer on speed dial?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Stephen's got you covered.
Okay.
He recommends using a platform called 99 Designs.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Basically, you upload your sketches, and professional designers from all over the world will compete to create the perfect user interface for your app.
I love that he brings in these practical tools that even non-techie people can use.
Right.
99 Designs is a fantastic resource, especially if you're not confident in your design skills.
It totally demystifies the design process.
It does.
And speaking of demystifying things,
the
next stage is where many aspiring app creators hit a wall development.
Oh, yeah, that's the scary part.
Coding can sound like a foreign language.
Totally.
But Stephen breaks it down in a way that feels surprisingly approachable.
He does. And one of his biggest pieces of advice is to not be afraid to outsource.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Platforms like Upwork are full of talented developers from all over the world.
That's so true. And he specifically mentions sourcing talent from Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
Highlighting the potential cost effectiveness of working with developers in different regions.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to hire the most expensive developers in Silicon Valley to get a high-quality app built right.
It's all about finding the right talent that aligns with your budget and your vision.
And Steven has another trick up his sleeve.
Oh.
To streamline the development process even further.
What's that?
Using templates from ThemeForest.
Templates can be an absolute lifesaver.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on a tight budget.
Yeah.
Or you need to get your app to market quickly.
Right.
It's like having a pre-built framework for your app.
For sure.
So you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
It's like skipping ahead a few levels in a video game.
Oh, for sure.
But even with all these amazing resources, I think there's one fear that holds a lot of people back from actually pursuing their app dreams.
Oh, absolutely. The dreaded, what if someone steals my idea scenario.
Exactly. And I'll admit it's crossed my mind too.
Yeah.
But Steven has a really refreshing take on this.
Okay.
He says ideas are actually worthless without execution.
You know, he's absolutely right.
Yeah.
An idea on its own is just a thought.
Right.
It's the action you take, the team, you build, the hard work you put in, that transforms that idea into a tangible product and eventually a successful business.
So instead of obsessing over secrecy, Steven focuses on finding the right developer he can truly trust.
Yeah.
It's all about careful vetting, having open communication, and building a strong partnership.
It's almost like a marriage.
Right.
You're entrusting this precious idea to someone.
Yeah.
So that trust and shared vision are essential.
Totally.
But let's say you found your dream developer.
Okay.
Your app is built. It's beautiful. It's functional.
Yeah.
Now what?
Well, according to Steven, this is where the real magic happens.
Okay.
He's a firm believer that marketing is king.
Yes.
In fact, he says it's 95% of an app's success.
I think this is where a lot of app creators, especially first-timers, stumble. They pour all their energy into the development phase and then assume people will just magically find their app.
Right. Like, build it and they will come.
Yeah, exactly. But in the real world, it doesn't quite work that way.
Yep.
So what's Steven's secret weapon for getting his app seen?
He's all about TikTok.
TikTok?
He calls it the ultimate platform for organic reach.
Okay.
And he's got this really clever strategy for making it work.
Okay. Spill the beans.
He basically says, study the viral videos in your niche.
Okay.
Figure out why they're working. And then adapt that format to your own app.
Okay.
It's not about reinventing the wheel. It's about understanding what resonates with people and tailoring it to your own product.
So it's like market research meets content creation.
Exactly.
All rolled into one.
And the beauty of TikTok is that if you create content that goes viral organically, you can then repurpose those same videos as paid ads.
Oh, wow.
Talk about a 2-for-1 deal.
That's brilliant.
It is.
But Steven doesn't stop there.
Oh, no.
He also emphasizes the power of influencer marketing.
Oh, absolutely. Influencers have these built-in audiences who trust their recommendations. So if you can find the right influencers who genuinely align with your app and its purpose, that partnership can be incredibly valuable.
It's like having a built-in marketing team.
It is.
Okay, so the app is buzzing. People are downloading it left and right. But how do you actually turn those downloads into cold, hard cash?
Good question.
It's time to talk monetization.
Yes, the moment you've been waiting for.
I know, right?
Now, for tools and utilities like Puff Count, Steven is a big advocate for subscriptions.
That makes sense. You're essentially creating a recurring revenue stream.
Exactly.
Rather than relying on one-time purchases.
And he suggests this really clever approach.
Oh.
Offer a free version of your app with a paywall for premium features.
So users can get a taste of what your app has to offer. And then decide if they want to upgrade for the full experience.
Exactly.
It's like a try before you buy model.
It's a really smart strategy.
Yeah.
It allows you to capture a wider audience while still generating revenue from those who are ready to commit to the full value your app provides.
And this brings us to Steven's final piece of advice, which I think is incredibly inspiring. He truly believes that anyone with the right idea, drive, and courage can build a successful app.
It's so empowering. He's basically saying, look, I did it, and you can too.
I love that.
It's all about taking that first step, even if it feels scary.
Don't let fear paralyze you.
Right.
That's what holds so many people back from pursuing their dreams.
Yeah.
So what does this all mean for you, our amazing listener?
Well, it means you have the power to create something incredible.
I like that.
We live in a time where technology has truly leveled the playing field. You don't need a fancy degree or $1 million to get started.
Nope.
You just need a good idea, the willingness to learn, and the courage to take action.
So let's recap what we've learned from Stephen Creada today.
Okay.
He's given us this incredible roadmap for building a successful app empire. It all starts with identifying a problem worth solving.
And then validating that idea through thorough market research.
Right.
Using tools like Sensor Tower and Google Trends.
Yes.
Remember, data is your friend.
Data is your friend.
Once you've validated your idea, it's time to get creative. Sketch out your app, map out the user flow, and don't be afraid to utilize platforms like 99 Designs to bring your vision to life.
Totally.
And when it comes to development, outsourcing can be a game changer.
For sure.
Explore platforms like Upwork to find talented developers who align with your budget and vision. And don't forget about the time-saving magic of templates from ThemeForest.
Once your app is built, remember Stephen's golden rule.
Yes.
Marketing is king.
It is.
Embrace TikTok, collaborate with influencers, and get your app in front of the right people.
And finally, think about your monetization strategy early on.
Yeah, that's key.
For tools and utilities like Puff Count, subscriptions can be a fantastic way to generate recurring revenue.
Makes sense.
Offer a free version, entice users with premium features, and watch those subscriptions roll in.
It's a proven model. But here's the thing.
What's that?
Stephen's story is just one example of what's possible in the app world.
It is.
There are countless other paths to success.
Oh, yeah.
And the beauty of it is you get to create your own journey.
Exactly. And that brings us to a thought-provoking question for you to ponder.
Ooh, I like this part.
What simple problem in your daily life could be solved with an app?
It's like we've given you all the ingredients.
Right.
And now it's your turn to cook up something amazing in the app kitchen.
And the best part is there's no one right recipe.
Right.
You can experiment, get creative, and find what works best for you.
Yeah.
Stephen's journey is just one flavor profile in the vast and ever-evolving world of app development.
You know, one thing that really struck me about Stephen's story is how he shifted his mindset from being just an idea guy to becoming a doer.
Right.
It's so easy to get caught up in the excitement of an idea. But taking that leap and actually putting in the work, that's where the real transformation happens.
I think that's a huge takeaway for anyone listening.
Yeah.
It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or having all the answers up front. It's about embracing the learning process, taking those small steps, and building momentum along the way.
He didn't let the fear of failure hold him back.
Nope.
And look where he is now.
Exactly.
It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the scariest part is simply starting.
Yeah.
But once you do,
you
might be surprised at what you can achieve.
Absolutely. And that's the beauty of this space.
Yeah.
The tools and resources are more accessible than ever before.
For sure.
And the potential for success is truly global.
I love that.
So if you've got that app idea brewing in the back of your mind, don't let it sit there gathering dust. Take Stephen's story as inspiration and start taking action today.
Who knows, maybe someday we'll be featuring your app success story.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right here on The Deep Dive.
Wouldn't that be incredible?
Yeah.
To see someone from our audience take this knowledge, apply it, and create something amazing.
That would be so cool.
That's what we're all about.
Yeah.
Empowering you to become the creators, the innovators, the app empire builders of tomorrow.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Stephen Creada's journey, we want to leave you with this one final thought.
Right.
Don't underestimate the power of your ideas. Don't be afraid to experiment, to learn to iterate.
Yeah.
And most importantly, don't wait for permission to start building your own app empire.
Because the world is waiting to see what you create.
Until next time, keep diving deep.